Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing a video talking about the amazing, the terrifying, the absolutely brutal, the Whispers storyline in the Walking Dead television series because, of course, spoiler warning, if you have not seen the Season 10 finale of The Walking Dead, the Whispers have officially been defeated. So, in order for that to be 100% complete and for me to really feel like it's complete, we got to do this video. Let's discuss the Whispers as a whole from Season 9, Episode 6 to Season 10, Episode 16. I want to discuss the Whispers overall as a group of characters, and I want to also talk about, are they the best villains The Walking Dead has ever done? So, let's discuss. Okay guys, so this is going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. This one we're going to be doing a very special video for today. This one was suggested by Epic Zombie Killer for me to go ahead and do a video review where we are going to discuss the Whispers as a group of villains in the Walking Dead television series from the beginning to now, of course, now that we've seen the Season 10 finale, the end of the Whispers. So, yes, absolutely amazing video suggestion, and this is one that I definitely wanted to go ahead and do, because if you guys do not know, they are probably my all-time favorite Walking Dead villain group. I just think the way they handled them in the TV show was just so amazing. So, definitely before we get into this, though, I do want to say a huge spoiler warning. If you have not seen the Season 10 finale of The Walking Dead, definitely go watch that episode right now. And I do, by the way, guys, I do apologize. The sun's kind of shining in here, so if you guys see some sunlight a little bit, I'm sorry about that. The sun is, like, really shining in here right now. So, but anyway, so the Whispers are introduced in The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 6, of course, the episode immediately after Rick Grimes has left the show. Now, obviously, Eugene and Rosita have to put the mud on to hide from a herd of walkers, and they hear voices, which is, a very creepy introduction, that's for sure. Now, they obviously have one of the craziest introductions ever by killing one of the characters that, definitely could have had more screen time in the TV series version, but, of course, the Whispers do end up killing Jesus at the cemetery while they're out there rescuing Eugene. Now, that as a kind of introduction to the group, I think, even though I would have liked to see Jesus survive longer, I think as a group overall, they made an impact, definitely, by killing Jesus. I think it was a crazy impact that they had, and yeah, absolutely insane, just the way they came in. So, obviously they take Lydia captive afterwards, and you have Alpha that wants to get her, I want my daughter, so she wants her daughter back, of course, and they kind of question her. We have Henry that kind of talks to her, obviously taking some of Comic Carl's, storyline, and obviously we get to see this whole thing play through with the lies that, Alpha told Lydia, and then kind of the truth that comes out at the end of that episode. Now, Alpha wants her daughter back, yeah, she's, we only want one thing from you, my daughter, so basically, they're of course, at Hilltop, and they want, Lydia back. There's a trade that happens, obviously, and of course, Alden and Luke, that they have captive, they kind of have no choice but to give Lydia over. Henry doesn't really want to, but the Whispers make their stand, and they get, Lydia back just for Alpha to smack, Lydia in the face right in front of Daryl and the others, and she's like, you call me Alpha, like all the rest. It's like, my goodness, man, like, if that's not the craziest introduction to a group of villains, I don't know what is. So, yeah, that's absolutely craziness for sure. So, basically, then we get to see the introduction to Beta, which is an amazing introduction. And Ryan Hurst is an amazing actor, I think. Ryan Hurst did an amazing job as Beta. And basically, Henry goes, after Lydia, and that's kind of what starts the whole thing. And basically, she's like, kill the boy, and, Lydia won't do it, and basically Daryl and Connie save Henry and Lydia. Now, we get to see Daryl fight Beta, obviously, in order to protect Lydia, and, all I want is the girl, but Daryl doesn't let Beta have Lydia back, and, it's a really exciting fight scene. Now, initially, I thought that Daryl killed Beta, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, Beta from the comics is killed in 2 episodes? I was really surprised. And then basically you get to the end of the episode and you find out, okay, he's not dead. And that's, thank goodness, because, man, that was a really quick, version of Beta in the TV series. But basically, we have the fair. So Alpha sneaks in, of course. We have Lydia that basically says, these are my people now. And we have the head slicing. Now, 10 characters obviously get their heads chopped off, but the main ones that really stand out are Enid, Tara, and Henry. Obviously, Alpha kills, Henry just to, mess with Lydia and really to kind of just hurt her and stuff like that, which is just savage. I mean, Alpha is a savage villain. I mean, honestly, and a horrible mom. Honestly, I'm sorry, but she is. She's a horrible mom. And, and I just, man, it's just crazy. So, basically, the pack, I guess, goes away for the winter time, and then they make their return in the spring. And our characters are kind of worried because Alpha has the Horde, and, she could unleash it at any point in time, and it's kind of that whole, fear of, that. Now, we get to see the training on the beach. Our characters are getting prepared, and basically the going thing here is that there's a lot of paranoia in the community, and basically we have Dante that's sent in as a spy and basically kills well, not only that, but we have the illness that happens while they're so they mess with the water, they put the tree down, they do all this stuff, so like all these little nicks, as Alpha says. And I really like that we get to also, which I did not like We Are the End of the World, but I did like how we got to delve into their story a little bit of, why Beta follows Alpha, why this all happens, and we get introduced to Gamma. Now, obviously Gamma kills her own sister for Alpha, which is, that shows what kind of leader Alpha is. That's how fearsome Alpha is, to where Gamma will go out of the way to kill her own sister to protect the Alpha. Insane. Absolutely insane. And, basically they're sending all these nicks, and by the mid-season finale, Sadiq has been killed, Dante has been caught and killed by Gabriel, thank goodness. And basically, Alpha lures our characters into a cave because she knows that Carol is emotional, Carol will fall for anything at this point, and they're stuck in the cave, obviously, going into the second half. Now, make sure they don't get out, and obviously, they try, but can I please add, though, the Whispers that are in the cave in episode 9 of season 10, they suck at fighting. I mean, they suck at fighting. That's the one gripe I had with that episode, is that the Whispers are terrible fighters in that episode. Now, we get to see, obviously, Mary / Gamma work for our survivors, obviously, throughout the first half, and she goes to Alexandria and gives them information, but of course, Beta has to, basically deliver Gamma back to Alpha, and of course, Alpha will take care of her, bring her to me, that type of thing. So Beta sneaks in Alexandria. Now, because of the hole that Dante buried for that older lady, who I'm forgetting her name right now, Beta is able to just come right out of the ground and basically start slaughtering people in Alexandria. Now, he does get Gamma back, obviously, with a little bit of trouble. We have Laura that gets killed. We have a few of those other randoms that get killed, and we also get to see the fight between him and Rosita, and obviously he cuts Rosita on the arms and stuff like that, which was definitely pretty crazy as well. Now, we get to focus as well on Beta after, of course, he, because, we get to see, Gamma, she's a good person. She volunteers to go with Beta, and then Beta gets scared off by Gabriel, but I really like how Gamma, obviously, she focuses on, helping our survivors going forward, and she stays with our survivors until the moment of her death, which is really interesting. So, for Gamma's character, I think it was a really great storyline for her in that episode. Now, Beta obviously fails at that mission. He does not get Gamma back to Alpha, and Negan kind of earns trust with Alpha as Beta didn't exactly complete Alpha's, missions she sent him on. So, that's why Negan kind of starts to become more useful to Alpha, maybe even more than Beta at times during the second half. Which is pretty insane as well. Now, we get to also focus on, the Whisperers, obviously, after the, the whole cave storyline, and we have Daryl versus Alpha. Now, this attack was amazing, and Daryl definitely has a close call. I mean, the blood gushing out of his leg. I mean, it is just Daryl definitely has a near-death experience, and so does Alpha here too, because in this one, she actually wants Lydia to put her down, and for Lydia to become the leader of the Whispers, which is crazy after all that's happened. She still wants that to happen. And obviously, she's there for Daryl, not there for her, and Lydia saves Daryl instead, and they leave. Now, we have the Hilltop Fire, obviously. She sends the herd there. We have an amazing battle at Hilltop as our characters are all, fighting for their lives. And basically, we have the Hilltop that burns down. Now, this is when we have the death of Mary, which I do think is a crazy death. Obviously, Beta, kills her, so he didn't capture her. He ends up killing her instead. And basically, to make a long story short, we get to see the kind of the connection between Negan and, Alpha and that kind of stuff, and Negan, how he's tricking her and all that kind of stuff. And he makes her think that, Lydia has been, taken. Now, obviously, this is when she finds out, no, it's two different burns. This is when us as the audience, we find out it's two different burns that they're in. And basically, Negan slits Alpha's throat and kills her. And that is the first end of the Whispers with the death of Alpha by Negan, which is crazy. So after that, Beta kind of thinks that, okay, well, I better just kill all of these people now because, they killed my Alpha. And in doing that, we get to learn a little bit about his past, Half Moon, that kind of stuff. We get to hear some of his music, but he puts half of Alpha's face on his face, and that's just, that's something he didn't do in the comic that I thought was a good addition to the show, but man, that's gross. Now, we get to see, obviously, our characters trapped in the hospital, and we have Beta that goes after them and sends the Horde, basically, and, yeah, that is basically what it is, because after that, we only have a few things that go down here. Obviously, Beta tries to, tighten the herd, that type of thing, but in the end, Negan versus Beta, and we get to see the death of Beta by Daryl saving Negan's life. And that scene with the knives being pulled out, and I went into this in my review this past weekend, but man, what a crazy ending to the Whisperers, and honestly, just to the Beta character overall. And to cap it off, which I think is just an amazing end to the Whisperers storyline, the mask that they throw over and that shot of the mask falling, absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing end to the Whisper storyline. And just to see the effect it had on the characters like Lydia, Carol, Negan, all these characters, the effect that Alpha and Beta and the Whispers had on our characters is unlike anything we've seen in a long time, if you ask me. So, in my opinion, the Whispers are better in the TV series. You can maybe say, if you disagree, plead your case on why you think they're better in the comics, but not only do I think that they are better in the TV show version, I actually think, in the end, that the Whisperers are my favorite group of villains in the entire Walking Dead series. Not only Alpha is one of the best villains we've ever seen, Beta is also one of the best villains we've ever seen. And the two of them together, the way they did this storyline, the level of creepiness and the scariness is unlike anything the show has ever done and probably ever will do. And if you ask me personally, I think the Whisperers are always going to go down as the best villains of the Walking Dead television series. I think so. I think Negan is the funnest villain, but in terms of, the scariest villains we've ever seen, I can't understand why anybody would think that the Whisperers are, a number 2 spot or lower. The Whispers are the scariest group of villains we've seen. They are terrifying. They were epic. And honestly, an amazing beginning, amazing middle, and a fantastic end, in my opinion, to the Whisper storyline. So, that is it. The Whispers is done. Now, let's go to the Commonwealth storyline. That's going to be coming up next. Obviously, if you're a comic reader, you know how that goes, and if they're good or bad people. We will do more videos discussing that, but as a storyline and as a group for the Whispers, amazing. Absolutely amazing group, and I want to hear your opinions about the group of the Whispers in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to send my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.